I'm Rose, and this is Jackie. Today we have part two as a very special show. It's about healing with our fur babies. So we're going to kind of dive in and take you on Jackie's journey as it's part two. So thank you, Jackie, and thank you, Sage. Sage is on today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So I'm aware that you have had rescues and you still have rescues, but let's tell the viewers a little bit more about how your journey started rescuing dogs from another country.
Well, thank you. Such a beautiful question. I was on vacation approximately about 8 years ago in the Dominican Republic, and I learned, I actually saw many dogs that were not too well. And instead of having a good time, I spent my whole week on the beach with many wild dogs that were just roaming the beaches. And it broke my heart. And I know that there are many rescues my way, but when I came back from vacation, I had to figure out something, or is there anything that I can do to help? And it turns out that there were many rescue agencies back here in Canada who rescue dogs from the Dominican and adopt them out.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Jackie. So what was your immediate thoughts when you saw them that you just knew?
It's a heart thing, you know, when they look at you and when they look at you, you know that they just want to be loved. And as you can tell, she loves her mama. She's a blessing. She loves to give kisses. So there's going to be no editing in the show today because I can't promise you the amount of kisses I'm going to get this time.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, she is. She's a beautiful dog. And I just knew, you know, actually Sage, I'm so sorry, Sage. Sage was actually not the dog that I applied for. The dog that I applied for was spoken for. So the adoption agency told me about Sage, and I fell in love. And from the moment she was 8 weeks old and she was put into my arms, I cannot describe the love that we have had ever since.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. What have they brought to your life?
Peace, love, unconditional love, and that is no comparison. Commitment, trust, just to someone, a companion. And for all those that do not know, I am hearing impaired, I am deaf. So she is in some ways like an emotional support dog. So when I'm out and about or when I'm out walking with her, she notifies me that if anyone is around me or behind me and I can't hear them. So she's smarter than I ever thought possible. She's very intuitive. She just knows me, and she's very, very helpful. And I don't know what I would do without her.
That's very beautiful. So, you know, it's not only the animals just bringing the unconditional love, they also play a really important role. As you were saying, you're hearing impaired. So it also helps in a beautiful guidance, which is beautiful. Thank you for that. So for all the viewers that are listening right now, what would you share about animal rescue?
I highly recommend it. You know, oftentimes there's people out there who choose a certain breed or a certain style of an animal, and that is a personal choice. But my personal choice is to rescue as much and as often as I can. I know prior to Sage, I had a beautiful dog named Sammy who lived 13 beautiful years and departed over to the Rainbow Bridge due to cancer. And I would do it again. And, you know, the love that they bring is unconditional. The companionship is nothing like you've ever felt before. The playfulness, the comfortness, the love that they give you. And they rely on you just as much as you rely on them. And the comfort and the love is indescribable. And I love her. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much for sharing that, Jackie. It's a really heartfelt story, and I'm sure many people who are listening right now have already rescued or they're thinking of rescue. Um, I honestly would just love to say many animals are abandoned, they're surrendered, and they're never even adopted. So I hope our stories from part one of Muse and Jackie's story of rescue will shed light that you too can make a difference in a fur baby's life. So it doesn't matter if it's a dog, if it's a cow, it's a pig, it's a horse. They're all four-legged fur babies that just up. So I thank you for that. And I did find this beautiful quote that I would just love to say. It's not my quote, it's from Donald Animal Rescue. Saving one pet won't change the world, but for that one pet, the world will change forever. So thank you very, very much for tuning in on that. And anything else you'd like to add, Jackie, on
Um,
your beautiful fur babies?
I think if anyone is looking to adopt, I highly recommend going to a shelter, a local shelter. There you will find many animals in need of love and a beautiful, loving home. Oftentimes, many animals are put down unnecessarily before their time, and they just want to be loved. And I can't forget, speaking of Chanel as well, I don't have Chanel with me right now, but she is another dog that I have from the Dominican. She actually, I rescued personally myself. I was on vacation with a girlfriend of mine, and it was my second last day. We decided to do a little bit of shopping, and I came across one of the vendors, and I saw that he had some dogs. And he's like, let me show you, because I tried to explain to him that I had a Dominican dog back home. And he managed to go get this beautiful, premature, beautiful puppy. And Chanel was the size of my palm of my hand. And I knew then and there that she was not well. I knew then and there that she didn't have much time to live. So he had spoken to me and said that the mom had passed. And I knew right then and there that I had to do something, because if there was no intervention, divine intervention, I really feel that Chanel would not have made it another 2 weeks. So I reached out to the beautiful agency that I dealt with, and it turned out that she just lived a few moments away from the resort. I went back and I offered to pay for the puppy, to guide and assistance to get the help that she needed, and he was willing to give her up. So I brought her back to the resort. I gave her probably her first bath, and I laid her on my chest for a little while until I met up with the beautiful lady at the resort, and she took her, and I said to her, I'd like to adopt her when I can. So 8 weeks later, 'cause there's a certain time frame that is expected for them to be over there before they can fly. And 8 weeks later, I went down to customs and I waited patiently for her. And to my surprise, she remembered me. I cried. I was so happy, so elated. And I just want you to know that shelter dogs and rescue dogs, everyone, there's many, many shelters out there. There's many agencies out there that can help you and assist you in finding the right animal for you, whether it's a cat, a dog, a rabbit, any type of animal. They all want to be loved unconditionally. And the love that they give back to you is nothing short but a blessing. And I feel truly honored and blessed to be her doggy mama. I'm grateful for the time that we have, and I look forward to many, many more years with her. And she's, from the day one since I've had Sage, she has been a kisser. And as you can see, she just loves to give kisses. And for that, I'm truly blessed and honored. And I love her, and I love Chanel, and I love all animals, as you do too, Rose.
I do.
The love.
Thank you. I really do. And honestly, thank you for taking us in your heart and sharing your beautiful story. And we're going to say thank you to Sage for today, for being with us on A1R. It was a pleasure to go into your beautiful journey and share what really unconditional love is. So thank you to all the viewers that have tuned in for our beautiful healing with our fur babies. Stay tuned for next week. We will be resuming back into mediumship and psychic readings. So stay tuned with Jackie and Rose, and we thank you for sharing and being a part of our story. Thank you.
Thank you. Angel blessings, everyone. Thank you, Rose. Thank you.
Jackie, thank you.